Join us today as we go visit the Orange Empire Bonsai Society here at the Sherman Library. Welcome everybody. This is a lovely Saturday morning here at the Sherman Library in Newport Beach. We're here visiting the Orange Empire Bonsai Society. Here's one of their rooms they have today. Let me go do a quick pan. They're here early, feeding the crowds, getting a quick sneak peek of the place. And we start off right here. Here is a Brazilian rain tree. They're really unusual for this area. It's almost a pure tropical tree. Check out that trunk. If I remember, this is one of Gary Lai's tree. It was one of those picked up from a raffle table. Here is a Porta Clara Africa, or a cork bark jade. Check out that pot. That's kind of cool. Looks like little elephants holding tails. Better known as an elephant tree or elephant foot tree. Here's a prostrata, almost like a slant. Really nice padding on that one. Here is a San Jose Juniper with a Lego accent pot there, or plant. Check out some of the deadwood features junipers are known for. Of course, everyone's seen a Lego one. These trees are great. They don't die on you. Easy to take care of. Don't even need to water them. Here is a Japanese boxwood, almost a raft, forest. I think it's a forest. Let me see them up really close. That's a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trunks. Very classic. Nice padding on that one. Let me go through this interior section. Here's a could be a windswept Shimpaku Itaegawa. You can tell it's Itaegawa by the really delicate foliage. Usually it's more of a I call it like a lemon green foliage color. I thought this was not what I thought it was. Before I say the species, that looks like a juniper, doesn't it? But actually, that is a rosemary. Let me get really close up. Check this out. That's a rosemary tree. That's pretty impressive. Even the deadwood looks like a juniper that has not been trimmed. Whoever tree this belongs to, I'm actually impressed. I thought it was a juniper from far away. That's pretty cool. Here's a giant willow leaf ficus, Scarifolia. Has a used to be probably a branch right in the front right there. It's healing over. Let's zoom in really quick. That's probably healing in probably a couple more years. I mean, if you let the top grow out, kind of strengthen out. Really big trees. Big ficus like that are pretty hard to come by in Southern Cal. Here is an elm. They call it an elm group. It could be a forest, or it could be a Yosei or a clump. It's a cork bark variety. See that barkage right there? Zoom in really quick. Really cool barkage. And the last trees, of course, is the cascade and some moss balls, and of course a saike. Look at that saike, really nice. Jason Sato. Saike is just a landscape, miniature landscape there. Well done, even fully displayed out. I'm playing with a new gimbal, so if you guys wondering why my camera work is so shoddy, and I had to buy a new gimbal. My other one finally died. It's a cool little pepper plant there. Here's an unusual boxwood. Before I say anything, what do you see, or what can you say it looks like? Let me zoom in a little clearly. I think it's very artistic. Of course, this is from Mike Walsh. It's supposed to be like Spanish moss, almost like a swamp tree. You can see carefully there's the water's flooded in the pot itself, kind of denoting that's in like the swamps. Really cool imagery. Different, I mean, it's not traditional. Here is another Mike Walsh. Have you seen this one before? This is a burnt down car that ran into the tree. Now I say traditional, but it's really cool to see something totally different. Here is a suiseki, or stone viewing. So each of these stones have a different view. It could be like a mountain view, or a shape, or a creature. It's kind of what your imagination goes here. Here's a landscape. Right below here, looks like a far mountain landscape in the desert. Okay. Of course, you got some petrified wood here. That looks like a seal to me, or a dolphin. Okay, it really depends. Okay. Stone collectings are great too, because they don't die on you. Here's some accent plants as a grouping. Let me zoom in really quick. That's really cool. This is from Deborah. And I love accent plants like this, just to give it some variety and kind of show the seasons. The problem with Southern Cal is we don't have seasons per se, so it's hard to show seasons as accent plants, but these are really great because they last all year. Here is a finished bonsai, and this is a running joke that we all, every bonsai artist has. A finished bonsai is a tree that is finished, aka it is dead, and this is a really cool, this was probably a cool juniper at one point, but unfortunately it is a finished bonsai now. Please leave in the comment if you have a finished bonsai in your own backyard. Be kind of great. Here's a 2020 workshop of a saike. It looks like a little ravine running down that middle right there. Don't know what kind of trees that is. Looks like a cryptomeria of some sort. Could be wrong. Here's a Kuzumoto 2021. Kuzumoto is like a flower display. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Let me zoom in on that one. That's really cool. That's very cool. Again, sorry for the camera work. I'm still learning this new camera. And of course, this is a 3-point. There's a 3-point display. I just figured with this out. These are all the workshops they had here during the bonsai show. So the saike was their 2020. 2021 they're Kuzumoto. And of course this year's they're teaching people how to do a 3-point display, a classic 3-point display. Very cool. Here on the last outer one, this is really cool. This is almost like a penjing. Well, never mind, it is a penjing. It just said it states right there. And then penjing usually has that three parts to it, which is the tree, the landscape, and the figurine of some sort. I don't see the figurine, but this has that landscape for penjing. Sorry about that. See that really carefully. It's almost like a cycade, but very different. Usually they have a water feature, a very large water feature like that, and then the stonework usually in display. But really nice, really nice composition. Here's a small Baikoen Juniper. Not all trees come in big packages, and especially small bonsai trees. Here's another Mike Walsh's famous creations here. This is a Juniper Femina. I wonder we're looking at the back side because that tree is pointing away from us. Usually trees should be pointing towards the viewer, but who knows? Maybe it's again, it's one of his artistic viewing here. Here's a Satsuki azalea. Okay, Satsuki means the 5th month. Usually Satsukis bloom during the month of May. Unfortunately, that's not blooming right now, unfortunately. Of course, this is a scroll 3-point display with a really cool Gingo here. Gingo is really unusual that it usually doesn't have any carved feature. You look carefully, there's a carved feature in that one. Very cool. Is it Sabamaki? I don't remember the Japanese term. I'll look through some of my references, but that's like it has a hollow or like a dead line right down the middle of that tree. Last but not least, we have a small olive clump here. It looks like probably was a dug tree at one point, or dug tree, excuse me, it was a collected tree from somewhere, just because it has very small leaves. What I found out about olives, olives with small leaves are usually the wild type, and then usually where they want it for fruiting or for the oils from the fruit, usually it's grafted on with that large leaf. Let me do a quick pan here. Sorry about that again. Do a quick pan here. Well, there we go. That was the bonsai show here for Orange Empire Bonsai Society here at the Sherman Library. If you guys really enjoy it, come down this weekend. I think they open from 10:30 to 4 o'clock Saturday and Sunday. They're only here for this weekend. If you like the video, oh, actually they're doing a demo this weekend too. They're doing a demo about noon, and then I think they have another workshop later today. So if you guys like the video, like and subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.